In this, our second lesson looking at filling regions, we're going to take a look at the Paint Pot tool, also known as Flood Fill. The Paint Pot tool is different in FX Draw compared to most products because it's dynamic. So I've clicked in a region and that region is bounded by the circle and the rectangle, but if I move something, the filled region is recalculated, and that is significantly different from most drawing tools, which flood fill once and then leave it forever. That does mean that FX Draw has to tell you where you've clicked. That's what this little X is for. It's showing you where on the diagram you have clicked for flood fill. If you want to change the flood fill, you need to select that little X so you can change, for example, the color. The little X only appears inside FX Draw. When I export the image, the little X won't be there. It's solely to tell you where you've clicked. It does mean, though, that there can be some confusion with the flood fill tool when you start moving things around. The flood fill is calculated based on where you've clicked. So, for example, if I move the rectangle, all of a sudden I've now clicked outside of that rectangle and I'm shading a different region. Sometimes when people are using the tool, we will hear a comment like, my shading fell out of my rectangle, and that's what's happening. The click has moved locations compared to the shapes around it. The only other issue with the flood fill tool is that if I click outside of all objects, nothing will be shaded because there are no bounds. So in summary, the Paint Pot tool or flood fill tool shades based on where you've clicked. It shades out to boundaries that have been pre-drawn, and it's dynamically calculated. So every time you change anything, the flood fill is recalculated.